China's DF-5C nuclear ICBM can reach anywhere at any time, and its public debut has sparked worldwide attention. Beyond its extraordinary range, this system introduces breakthroughs in fuel storage that could keep it ready far longer than earlier designs. Combined with modular transport and multiple warhead capability, the DF-5C represents a major upgrade, one that could redefine how long-range deterrence and global stability are understood in the years ahead. The DF-5C is not just another update. It represents a leap in how China may keep liquid fuel missiles viable for the modern age. Historically, liquid fuel ICBMs were powerful but slow. They had long-range and payload advantages, but because liquid propellants are volatile and degrade over time, they had to be fueled just before use. That meant hours of preparation, limited reliability, and high vulnerability. What makes DF-5C intriguing is evidence suggesting engineers have solved part of this readiness problem. Observers at the Beijing parade noted that the missile's rocket nozzles were covered by membrane-like shields. Reports from SCMP highlight how these membranes could serve as protective barriers, reducing corrosion and environmental exposure. In effect, this could mean that liquid propellant stays stored safely inside for much longer, turning a traditionally slow-to-launch missile into one that is closer to rapid readiness. Transport is another major innovation. The DF-5C can be divided into 3 separate sections, each carried on a heavy-duty vehicle. Unlike previous DF-5 versions, which were bulky and less mobile, this modular design cuts down preparation and coordination time. It makes deployment faster and logistically simpler. Range is perhaps its most publicized feature. Multiple outlets, including Reuters, cite the DF-5C's range at over 20,000 kilometers, about 12,427 miles. That's essentially global coverage. From mainland China, any target on Earth is theoretically within reach. This is not simply about numbers. It reflects a fundamental strategic shift, the difference between regional and global reach. Payload also sets DF-5C apart. It can carry MIRVs, multiple independently targetable reentry vehicles. Up to 10 warheads, each guided to different locations, can be deployed from one missile. On top of that, decoys may be added, complicating any interception attempts. Combined with potential navigation support from inertial systems, Beidou satellites, and even celestial fixes, accuracy is expected to improve significantly compared to past models. DF-5C is not being presented as just an engineering marvel. It's part of a larger strategy. The most striking message during the parade was the phrase, "always on alert and capable of striking anywhere." While dramatic, the phrase reflects a deeper strategic intent. To demonstrate that China's deterrent force is both reliable and globally capable. In the past, liquid fuel ICBMs like earlier DF-5 versions were vulnerable during fueling. That meant adversaries could, in theory, exploit the time gap. If DF-5C really solves the fueling issue by allowing propellants to remain stored long-term, China reduces that window of vulnerability dramatically. This increases deterrence credibility because the missile is not only powerful, but consistently available. This change feeds directly into China's broader nuclear strategy. Beijing maintains a doctrine of no first use and insists its arsenal is defensive. Yet to sustain that doctrine credibly, China must ensure that even if challenged, its retaliatory forces are intact and effective. The DF-5C, with extended range and multi-warhead payload, strengthens that assurance. It ensures that China can respond effectively to any strike, no matter where it originates. Equally important is the role of the nuclear triad. China now highlights 3 elements: land-based ICBMs like DF-5C, submarine-launched missiles like the JL-3, and air-based systems including bombers. The triad ensures survivability and resilience. By showcasing DF-5C publicly, China signals that its land-based pillar is not only alive, but significantly upgraded. The global reach of DF-5C extends deterrence far beyond Asia. With over 20,000 kilometers of range, every continent is within scope. This means that China's deterrent considerations are now planetary in scale. That doesn't imply offensive intent. but it does mean China positions itself on par with the longest-range systems deployed by other nuclear states. Symbolism plays a role as well. By presenting DF-5C in a high-profile parade, China projects both confidence and transparency, at least in terms of capability demonstration. This was no hidden rollout. It was public, deliberate, and timed to a significant anniversary event. The presence of international leaders underscored its geopolitical weight. Ultimately, the DF-5C embodies two things: technological progress and strategic signaling. It assures China's leadership that deterrence remains strong, and it assures the world that China is modernizing its deterrent posture to match its status as a global power. Reactions to DF-5C have been wide-ranging, reflecting the complexity of its implications. On one hand, it's interpreted as a natural step in modernization, a large state upgrading its deterrence to ensure reliability. On the other hand, it raises concerns about how such advancements affect international stability and balance. The first implication lies in missile defense. MIRVs and decoys are not new, but their combination with extreme range and improved readiness poses fresh challenges. Defense systems designed to track and intercept single-target missiles struggle with multiple warheads, each traveling at high speed, accompanied by decoys. This does not make defense impossible, but it complicates it significantly. For nations relying heavily on interception, DF-5C raises the cost of maintaining effectiveness. Transparency is another challenge. While China publicly showcased DF-5C, much remains unverified. Actual deployment numbers, silo hardening, maintenance cycles, and precise accuracy. International observers must rely on satellite imagery and parade analysis for clues. The absence of hard data fuels uncertainty, and in deterrence, uncertainty can be destabilizing. It may lead to worst-case assumptions, which are not always conducive to calm relations. Diplomacy and arms control discussions may be affected as well. Current treaties were often crafted around assumptions of slower preparation times or limited warhead numbers per missile. If DF-5C can genuinely hold fuel long-term, carry up to 10 MIRVs, and reach any point on Earth, that resets benchmarks. Calls for new dialogues or agreements could emerge, though whether China will participate fully in such arrangements remains unclear. Another implication is symbolic. The presence of leaders like Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un at the unveiling shows how the DF-5C is also used as a tool of international signaling. It projects alignment, influence, and global messaging. Observers must interpret the parade not only as a technological display, but as a diplomatic one. Finally, the risk factor cannot be ignored. Enhanced readiness reduces human reaction time in high-stakes scenarios. The closer a missile is to launch-ready, the narrower the window for careful decision-making if alarms or false readings occur. While the DF-5C strengthens deterrence, it also increases the need for robust command and control safeguards to avoid accidents or miscommunication. The DF-5C isn't just another missile. It represents a shift in how long-range deterrence is maintained. With improved fuel storage, modular transport, global reach, and multiple warhead capability, it signals both technical progress and strategic messaging. For China, it strengthens credibility. For the world, it reshapes calculations about defense and stability. Whether every claim proves true or not, DF-5C shows that even older technologies can be reimagined for modern strategy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, SpaceEyeNews.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.